Up next on episode 2 of Tshwane Gaming News, Rainbow Six Siege bans offensive South African language. Egypt and South Africa become the first African countries to host Beat the Best eLaliga FIFA tournaments. Driver's license renewals go online in South Africa. In international news, Xbox buys Activision Blizzard for a whopping $68.7 billion. And Xbox CEO Phil Spencer trolls PlayStation for copying Game Pass. Listen until the end for more details.
Tshwane Gaming. It's never game over.
Hey, how's it, my ninjas? You are listening to episode 2 of Tshwane Gaming Podcast News, the only bi-weekly podcast in Africa dedicated to technology and gaming news from Africa and the rest of the world. I am your humble host, Max Ntite, founder and chief editor of Tshwane Gaming based in Pretoria, which, in case you didn't know, was voted the 73rd best tourist destination in the world by Tourism Sentiment Index this week. Within the next couple of minutes, this proud Praetorian will read you the most newsworthy gaming and tech developments of the second quarter of January. Let's go! Our first local story, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, an award-winning online first-person tactical shooter developed by French company Ubisoft, which is behind AAA titles like Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, has created a new list of offensive South African slang terms to add to its already bloated list of banned words. According to techgirl.co.za, members of the African Cyber Gaming League, or ACGL, submitted an exhaustive list of South African hate speech terms to Ubisoft last year, which Ubisoft added to their database this month. This means any player caught using these words in the live chat and any other areas of the game will be automatically banned from Rainbow Six servers. Co-founder of ACGL, Nick Holden, had not responded to email questions about this ban at the time of recording of this podcast. eLaliga, the esports version of the Spanish La Liga, one of the world's biggest soccer leagues, has announced Beat the Best, their new esports league, which is part of the brand's expansion out of Spain. According to zombiegamer.co.za, Beat the Best will be online FIFA 22 and FIFA 4 matches hosted in 13 countries worldwide. South Africa will be the first African country to host the tournament, which will take place between January 31st and February 3rd. The winner will win $500 or 7,600 Rand approximately. They will also meet local FIFA YouTuber Meta Mike and stand a chance of winning another $500 if they blixen him. On Valentine's Day, Egypt will host its own tournament, after which the tournament moves to Saudi Arabia, Asia, and Australia respectively, with China and USA having their own special challenges. To address corruption and other ongoing driver's license issues, South African Minister of Transport Fikile Mbalula said his department will officially launch online services at driving license testing centers, or DLTCs, in February 2022 as part of a revamp of the country's outdated and sometimes corrupt licensing system. According to businesstech.co.za, the launch of online services will significantly improve service delivery by giving motorists the option to have their licenses delivered to their addresses of choice. The Transport Department is taking a number of steps to digitize driving license renewal procedures, which will result in a completely paperless experience, including online eye testing. In a viral video posted on his Twitter account this week, the minister also announced that the country's only driver's license card printing machine has been repaired after it broke down in November and had to be sent to Germany for repairs, leaving millions of South African motorists stuck with expired licenses.
In South Africa, the machine is working, it's been repaired. And we're working on the new system in terms of the machine. Thank you to the staff at GLCA. So the machine that produces your driver's license is not a small printer like it has been portrayed. I'm just giving you a glimpse. We're back in operation. We're rolling. We're doing cars. Thank you very much to the staff at GLCA. And then, the cars. I get them from Monetize. Come show them. Here are your cars. They're coming your way. They're working day and night. Come close, my man. You can see. This is our staff here. We're working, we're rolling, we're working very hard. Hallelujah.
After this short commercial break, we will jump straight into our exciting headline story: Xbox's historical acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Please stay tuned. Are you a social media influencer, events planner, or news agency who needs filming and photography done in South Africa, but at a shoestring budget? Well, look no further than Spydr Media, a social media production company based in Pretoria, which was founded by me in 2021 after working more than 10 years in South Africa's cutthroat media landscape. For only 3,998 rand or $298 US, my Spydrs can film and photograph at your social media shoot, live event or news story for 3 hours and deliver the content to you within 72 hours or 10% money back guaranteed. Yep, you heard right. My Spydrs will work at your gig for 3 hours and submit the content within 72 hours, or I will personally reimburse you with 10% of your money if we miss deadline. Don't become a victim of these chance takers calling themselves photographers and videographers just cause they have a fancy camera. Trust me, I've seen how they rip off good people like you. But with Spydr Media, you are guaranteed high quality content, or I will give you 10% money back. Please click the Spydr Media WhatsApp business link in the comment section or details of this podcast to contact me directly for reliable, world-class multimedia content at cheap rates. Our headline story: Microsoft acquires Activision Blizzard, the game development company behind successful franchises like Call of Duty, Candy Crush, and World of Warcraft, for a jaw-dropping $68.7 billion. To put that in perspective, that is just over 1 trillion rand, about a quarter of South Africa's GDP. It is the third biggest corporate acquisition in history, and after its announcement, Sony stock allegedly fell by $20 billion. That 13% drop was the largest single fall in Sony stock since October 2008. But according to an article in thegamer.com, the deal only makes Microsoft the third biggest gaming company after Chinese company Tencent and Japanese megacorp Sony.
Microsoft announced today it will be buying the video game giant Activision Blizzard, $68 billion deal. So why do they want this company? What does it mean for both companies?
So it's massive, right? This just emphasizes how much power big tech companies like Microsoft have over traditional, more legacy media type operations. That $68 billion price tag that you referred to translates into $95 per share that Activision shareholders will get in cash. So it brings together Microsoft's massive software and cloud presence with blockbuster video game titles like Call of Duty and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Over the long term, it enables Microsoft to make more headway into mobile gaming, mobile markets, as well as possibly longer-term ambitions, guys, with regard to things like virtual reality and the metaverse. But, of course, Activision Blizzard has been under a cloud of controversy in several months now with allegations of sexual misconduct and harassment. So an interesting deal here, but certainly very much about the future of both companies.
Our final story: when asked about Project Spartacus, PlayStation's version of Game Pass, Xbox CEO Phil Spencer implied that Sony was bound to copycat Xbox sooner or later. Speaking to IGN.com earlier this month, Spencer said it was inevitable that Sony would copy Xbox Game Pass. He said, and I quote, "I don't really look at it as validation. I talk about it as inevitability based on us going first. Not that we've created something that no one else can go create." End quote. When Project Spartacus officially launches, it will replace PS Plus and PS Now and offer a 3-tier payment option for users. And that concludes episode 2 of Tshwane Gaming News. Do you ninjas think South Africa's driver's license renewals going online will improve service delivery? How will Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard influence the future of console gaming? And is Project Spartacus a desperate attempt by Sony to keep ahead of Xbox after its big deal? Blow up the comment section with your opinions. I'd love to see them. Episode 3 is coming out on the 2nd week of February. Until then, y'all know the motto, it's never game over.